But when you begin to open the person up and you go just beneath the surface and start bringing these energies to the surface, you actually find out how much pain a person is carrying. With this work I do, what it does is it really accelerates the process, and a person, doesn't matter where they are in life, doesn't matter what they're dealing with, it helps them to find a much deeper connection to themselves very, very quickly. Probably within about 15 to 20 minutes, I'll find a trigger point that will actually open up the heart, where a person gets in connection with what their deepest pain is, what their sense of abandonment is, or where their loss in life is, or where they feel like they are carrying deep resentment. And then we start bringing these things to the surface and just categorically go through a person's life and find out what needs to be released by asking basically yes and no questions, and then eventually getting and sort of seasoning it with brief explanations. I've designed this work over the last 20 years and have been really guided in the expression of this work to find the quickest way for a human being to access their deepest pains and issues, bring them to the surface, effectively release them, and also give the person very profound and precise insight to what they're releasing. That's the questions. Because if the mind doesn't understand what it's releasing, even though the body can have a catharsis and a person can cry and go through a lot of emotional releasing, if the mind doesn't get what the issue is and the energy or the complex of issues that's being released, the mind will not be satisfied and it will call these issues back in. This is what happens a lot of times when people go into programs, they do self-improvement, and they work on themselves, they go into therapy, and then a lot of the deeply ingrained stuff seems to keep coming back into their life in relationship, or failures in life, and so on and so forth. It's because you really have to release in the body, and you have to release it in the subconscious mind, where the patterns are actually being held as memories.